Hi guys, welcome back to the channel.
What are you laughing at?
Today I've got a special guest with me. I've got Luke Flanagan, who is another good Farriers apprentice, and he's a good apprentice himself. He works for a good farrier called Danny Elliott, and he's come down for the day to give me a hand. And he's a really good apprentice to me.
Pick up Tom's slack, innit?
Do you know what? He's even taught me a few things today. That's what's good about, you know, seeing each other's rounds and talking and comparing knowledge. You'd loads you can learn. I'm impressed with this lad, Luke. He's all right.
I've noticed a difference in the feet on your round. Like,
Have you?
Like, it's a different climate, innit?
Yeah. It's just full of rain and mud and cobs.
Because like I'm based in Whitby, North Yorkshire, so it's like very moorlands, up and down hills and stuff like that. But you get quite a lot of good drainage, to be fair, so the ground's not that wet.
Yeah, around it,
like
just
here, all
soggy.
the feet are just like soak everything
It's just
up.
there's a lot of flat parts, and there's just mud everywhere. But yeah, these guys are both apprentices, as you know, Tom is. And I thought it'd be cool if they could talk a little bit about the Farrier apprenticeship.
Yeah.
And how it works. So go on, Luke.
Alright, so I'm at Myers-Gold College and I'm in my final year. I sit my exams in spring. Got one more block and then it's D-Day. So generally, like the way we get examined as apprentices is you have a practical exam which is 2 hours long. So you get a front foot and a back foot, and you got to make the shoes to the feet. So you normally get like a flat section shoe and a concave section shoe. And you get marks on your trimming, you get marks on your shoemaking, you get marks on your fit, and you get marks on your nail and finish. And if you fail one of them aspects, you fail it.
Yeah, like game over.
It's game over.
It's actually pretty hard. That.
It's actually pretty hard. Yeah. And then you have I think it's is it a 2 hour theory exam now? Is it 2 hours?
I'm not sure.
I have like a 2 hour. I think it's 2 hours written exam. The old system used to be quite like an essay style, like answers, where now it's not.
Like I had a question, 25 marks on laminitis.
Yeah.
Explain what's involved.
But you don't have that anymore. But you used to have a guidance as well of like, so if it was 20 markers, like it was 20 minutes that question. But there's no markers now on the questions.
Really?
So you don't know how much information to put in or not. And then you have an oral where like they'll bring a horse up, they'll try it up and down. You got to talk about its conformation, if it's lame, etc. And then they'll also ask you like a couple of like anatomy questions. So they might ask you like the origin, root and insertion point, and the suspensory, and you've got to be able to show that on the horse's leg as you're talking about it. And then you have a board shoe of 9 to 12 shoes, so you got to make them amount of shoes, and then they'll pick one shoe up off your board and they'll basically ask you about this shoe, and you've got to tell them how you've made it, why you've made it, what benefits and disadvantages that shoe has. And if you've got any horses on your round, you've got to like connect it to that horse and stuff like that.
And you're supposed to make the shoes of what you
so like on my board,
shoe on your round.
Yeah, so on my board I've done all, like mainly all the shoes are horses that I've been shod with them shoes on, so I can talk about it. And then generally they'll ask you to pick a shoe up and then talk about it as well. Oh, morbid specimen. So basically they'll have like a table full of bones, and they can just pick up a random bone, and you've got to tell them which bone it is and which leg it's from.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. That.
So like you could end up with like a second metatarsal.
They didn't do that when I did my exam.
Did they not?
All we had were your practical, your theory, and then the oral.
Yeah.
And the oral was with a vet, just like look at an X-ray.
Yeah.
You looked at the X-ray and it was like, what could be wrong with that?
Yeah.
You know, and you like explain it.
Yeah. I think they still bring the X-rays in as well, but they brought the bones in. So like they could ask you, they could give you a pedal bone with like side bone or pedalostitis.
Right.
And like it might have both, and you've got to say it's got both and stuff.
So what do you think of the Farrier apprenticeship, Tom?
It's great. It's great.
It's
Hardest
great,
thing is working with Sam, to be honest.
Not fighting off all the girls.
No, I don't get no girls.
Give them all the time. They're running down. We pull off a yard. They're running down the lane after you.
We did have one girl run down the lane. She actually ran down the road.
She ran down the middle of the road
to take a picture of Sam.
To get a photo. Yeah, that
was crazy.
That was pretty out there. That.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like. I'm in the wrong lane, so I'm just gonna see if I can push it in this lane.
It's very not good as Sam.
Yeah, she sorted it. Thank you. But yeah, that was pretty out there. I did get a photo with her though.
You did.
I thought if you put that much effort in, I'll get a photo with her.
Hardest bit, or the best bit.
The best bit.
I've said this before. I think the best bit is learning the things like in the theory side and putting them into like practice. Like if you got a horse that needs a special type of shoe, when you learn about it in college, it's quite interesting to like bring it into life.
Put the knowledge into practice.
Put it into practice. That's
it.
the word I'm looking to. And I think the worst bit, I'd probably say, is the one file.
The one file.
What do you?
What's one?
One file.
The NVQ work you've got to do.
No, yeah, it's like online work. You got to do loads of writing.
I thought it was just like drawing pictures and talking about.
No, you gotta have like, so you gotta have 5 horses, like case studies.
Oh,
so like
right,
throughout your apprenticeship, you have 5 horses. You have to have a barefoot trim, one that's like got remedial or is involved with a vet, and then 3 normal shoes. That could be front shoes or sets or whatever. And every time you shoe that horse, you've got to like document it. So like I video and just screenshot all the different stages, and then I've got to talk about, so you have a before and after. So I generally do 1 front foot, 1 back foot to show like a shirt. So I get a picture of it on the floor from like the dorsal view and lateral view, and then from underneath. And then after I do the same, so you can see the changes between it, and then I've got to like basically explain what I saw in its feet. Was there any deformities in its feet? How are its heels? Were they strong? Like basically just like what's going through my head, what we all do naturally. And just putting it down into words and paper.
It's just like creating shoeing, building up shoeing plan wise.
That's it. So it's like the new version of the shoeing plan. You've got to just,
because that's what me and Tom talk about. It's like, I'm like, you've got to think before you start. Don't just go do it. Because you can get in a habit where you just go grab a foot, start going at it. You just think, that looks long, chop that off. That looks long. You've got to look at your horse before, you've got to like assess it before you start anything. Like, you know, it's loading its heels there, a bit too much toe there, or HPA's broken back, or that looks a bit.
But you get to a stage, like I'm at that stage now, when a horse walks out, you're already automatic, like without you do it, you're doing it, you're looking at the horse, you're looking at how it walks, it's HPA, and then you look at its feet, and it's only a split second, but it's going through your head, and then when you pick, and then like when you first start off, dude, you do have to take like 10 seconds to look at the foot, and then
of course.
You get to a point where you're doing it automatically, and then customers and people are just looking at us thinking that we're just like clogging away, but we're not. It's all ticking away, and all the algorithms are going in the head as we're doing the work, type of thing.
Of course.
But then at the end of that case, like at the end of the 5 case studies, like you got to explain what shoe you put on, what modifications you've done, whatever, and then you got to like say, so when I come back in 5 weeks or 4 weeks, I would expect the horse to look like this or this type of improvement. And then it's basically, you just do that all the way through your apprenticeship. You got to have 5 of them.
That's good though, I suppose. That's what gets you ready to do in the real
so that's
world.
kind of like your
that makes sense. We did do that when I did it.
You had shoeing plans, didn't you? So you
we did shoeing plans when like let's say I was shoeing the horse at college, I had to do a shoeing plan for it.
So they don't do that anymore. I think as well, like Danny, who I work for, like he doesn't just shoe horses, he has other business adventures as well.
Of course.
So like he technically doesn't really need to shoe horses. He does it because he enjoys shoeing horses, and he's a really good farrier. Like he's really good at teaching and stuff like that. And
he'd be sad if he didn't shoe horses. He's not good.
That's what I mean. So, but he also does like he's a consultant for Mustad. So like Mustad's like a big Farrier brand that makes like horseshoes and stuff. Like he wouldn't be the position he is in Mustad if he wasn't a Farrier without the knowledge and stuff. And then he obviously makes the chaps, doesn't he? Like he wouldn't have that business without being a Farrier.
We're going to show you the chaps. The chaps are good.
So he wouldn't have that business without it either. So it all comes like in hand, and he's just been lucky enough. So like we don't really like our days like 6 to 8 sets a day. Like nothing too tedious, nothing like no bad horses really. Like they're all good horses and stuff.
That's what you
like sports horses, eventers and stuff like that. And it's like you see some farriers and yards and like they're rushing, they're chucking things, and like and with Danny it's just like chill.
But you don't enjoy it when you're I mean,
it's like even with you, like you're a little bit busy, but you're still like chill.
Just keep it calm.
Because rushing makes mistakes.
Exactly. Rushing makes mistakes. I'll spend as much time as I have to on the horse, regardless of what time I'm supposed to be at the next yard. Because at the end of the day, it's vital that the horse gets what it needs and it's right. If I'm late, I do let my clientele know, unfortunately, but I always say, you won't want me to leave your horse short-changed. So I go out my way and make sure every horse, I can't sleep at night if it's not right.
What's that saying? You're only as good as your last job.
Only as good as your last job. And I do run late all the time, but my clientele are used to it. I just have to look after so many horses, and I want to But like, I won't leave if it ain't right. I won't leave until it's done right.
Yeah.
And if I'm an hour late, I'm an hour late. But it's one of them. They just have to do it.
I think customers act annoyed, but like, if you act like every Farrier's known for being late.
Yeah.
It's just part of the job.
So it's not really, You
give them a time, it's a 2-hour window.
But it's not like you're working in like, you're treating something that's just straightforward.
Yeah.
Like every horse is completely different. Then like the owners might not pick up on problems, and then you go have a look and you're like, you know what? This horse has a really bad bruised heel, or, you know, it's got, it needs a special shoe putting on to help with it, or, you know, there's so many problems that you can spot and prevent before they happen that you have to act on. Yeah. And otherwise you won't be doing your job right. I do find though, as long as I spot a problem and explain it to my client, they are all for it. Yeah. Because I always explain like prevention's better than cure, longevity of the animal. You don't, you know, paying me an extra £80 a shoeing for these bars is better than £3,500 vet bills later. And not to mention, not just the money, the fact that the horse might not be able to carry on doing what it does, and it might have to go in an earlier time. So it's definitely worth spending that little bit more now for a little bit less later.
It's kind of like engineering a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just on a live animal.
Yeah. But yeah, we're on his way now to a yard to do 2 horses, so we'll vlog that and
show the new chaps
do some more chatting.
And he does do clothing as well, so like if he like he does t-shirts, and you know what, the jumpers are in,
he does some good apparel. Big up Silverbacks. Alright guys, we'll see you at the yard. There we are, we're here, we've arrived at the yard. Say hello, Tracy.
Hi.
She's back
better
again.
Late than never.
And we have Barney up first. Barney's feeling a little bit sorry for himself today because he's had his hocks injected.
He was a brave soldier.
Brave soldier he was.
Poor Barney. So how come Barney had him injected?
He has them done twice a year. He's got arthritis. He's 24.
Yeah.
It's just
Is he 24?
Yeah, just keeps
He
him
was
comfy.
24.
And he still potters out, hacks
And,
out.
yeah.
So it's just to keep him happy, really.
Yeah.
And on the move. He's 5.
This is Henry, and I like Henry. I think Henry is a lovely horse. And I've shod him, how many times have I shod him now? 3 times? Twice?
This is the 3rd time.
He's got nice feet.
Oh.
5.
He's a good boy, Henry.
So he came from Wales up the mountains.
Hello,
I've
Henry.
never seen sheep. He's been really good. Been to dressage, been to jumping.
Right, I'll do Barney. I'll do Barney. You can do Henry.
Can I his face? He wanted to do Barney, he's cracking.
No, you pull Barney, pull him off. Pull him off. And if you look, you can still see Tom's
Mascara.
Look,
It won't come
from
off.
when he was a pumpkin.
It won't come
Did you
off.
see him be a pumpkin?
Yeah.
It was good, wasn't it? It was really good. Yeah, I think he's a great pumpkin.
Did you go out last night then?
Pumpkin pie.
Follow it. So the first thing I would do first is knock the heels on. Then I would go to the toe, pull my branches out, and then go back to my heels again. Because they're quite rappy, aren't they?
Yeah.
And you see how it comes in, round. That's what I would do.
What are you doing that for?
Shaping it.
Shape was talking through like shaping a shoe to a foot, because obviously when you pull a horseshoe out, it's a round shape, isn't it? Like I haven't got any round, but it's like to try and give you a shoe that you can put on different feet and stuff. So I was just like telling him, like, tell me what, this is how Danny taught me to teach, like, you know, to fit shoes, making me explain it. So if you can explain it, you can do it. So I was just looking at his feet and just saying, what would we do? And it's like, you have 3 different shapes of feet, don't you really? You have diamond shaped feet, front feet, oval, and like stapley. And most front feet fall within that category, don't they? Like the economy band now, it's hard to see with him, but like he's got a diamondy shaped economy band as well, hasn't he?
24 is better age for a horse, really. Probably like a 70-year-old human being, 80-year-old. He just goes out and lives life in the field. So when I take that shoe off there, just give him a little clean up. You can just see he's got a bit of toe to come off. Not crazy on that. He's gone 6 weeks. Show them my new traps, show them my new traps. Look, I've got some new traps on today. Silverbacks. Beautiful, beautiful traps. Very comfortable to work in. There's midges on here today, isn't there?
Just near water.
So there, I'm not going to even nip that, I've set my last to it.
Car traces here.
Special brews.
Special brews.
That's it. He's the bestest tracer. Do you know what? You never look in your diary and see Ravenroid and think, ah, oh, gotta go there. You always think, oh yeah, we've got a Ravenroid there. See our tracer.
Oh, she didn't get any sweets at trick or treat. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
I've got no biscuit.
Ah,
Got love hearts.
you're a diamond.
What are we doing, Luke?
What's new tracer?
Just same thing, looking at this one, like what I'm just about to do now, I'm just gathering the foot in. And when I do the rasp, like it's not flat against it like that. I'm following the angle of the hoof wall.
Spin. Yeah,
And then what you'll notice now, like you put a straight line across, these quarters are in the same spot. Like this is everything we're doing when we're shoeing horses, like we're doing it automatically. So I'm doing this in my head, looking at the quarters, right, they're in line with each other. And then if you look here now, see you got like this corner. If you look close, it's like it comes round and then you've got a corner here. And that's gonna make it really hard to fit. So what I'm gonna do now is just try and put a bit of symmetry in. It's like a fine balance between doing it to the horse's foot, but then also putting a little bit of symmetry to it as well.
Really?
Oh, gas is off.
I'll do it here. We like to turn his gas off in between drives so we don't blow up. But yeah, I turn the gas off in between calls because I don't want to blow up. You know, health and safety. Again, Barney. Good lad. Good boy. Hey. It's because he wants what you're eating.
Oh, Barney can't have sweets.
Barney wants some sweeties.
He wants some love hearts.
Good lad. What's he got? What's he got? Has he got sweeties?
You're not allowed sweets,
Oh,
man. You
he
know.
wants that.
You're not allowed, I'm sorry.
There's too much sugar for you. Hey, Barney. Oh, he wants that, doesn't he? Give me the sweeties.
So, what we're doing, Luke?
Just bringing the feet forward, so obviously when I backed it up from underneath, it just created like a bit of a bevel, which is going to make it hard to fit to. So I'm just bringing the foot forward now, so this edge is like nice and crisp. I can get a nice fit to it. And it also helps with like the clenching part as well, like it's less finish you got to do then, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a lot easier.
Why do we only go that high, Tom?
Because we've got the coring band up here, and what grows out of it is called periopal, and periopal is basically the new hoof growing down.
Yeah.
And we do not want to get rid of that.
And then what's the outer stratum, the very outer stratum? You got the three stratums, but then you got one extra which begins with a T. Stratum tectorum.
Right, I have never heard of that.
So basically what the stratum tectorum is, you can't really see it, but if you turn a horse out, and it's been out for a while, and the feet come in and they're really shiny, so it's like it's a microscopic layer that grows down with the foot, And if you look under it, like underneath a microscope, it looks like dragon scales. And basically it's like a sealer for the foot, but it only grows down with the hoof oil.
Like a natural hoof oil.
Yeah, kind of like a natural hoof oil, and it's like a natural varnish, but like keeps it like all the moisture. It's like a moisture conveyor as well.
Keeps moisture in.
Keeps moisture in. So if you're rasping halfway, if you're rasping all the way up here, you're removing all of that layer. Where if you're only going up halfway as well, then you're keeping as much as that stratum layer there as much as possible.
Have you ever heard of that, Sam?
What?
Stratum tectorium, is it?
Yeah, isn't that the outer layer?
The very outer layer. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What do you mean you didn't learn that?
I didn't know
You
that.
knew that?
No.
You've been doing your books.
I knew
He's not been doing his books.
I knew the free stratums, but not. I didn't know they were 4. What options?
Do you reckon a 3?
Probably a 3.
So this is what we was talking about before. Is like if you look at the shape of that shoe compared to that, it's like 2 completely different ones. But what you got to look at in this, you've got two corners here technically, and 2 corners here. That's going to eat up ½ inch. Maybe a little bit more when you put a bend in. It's going to end up a little bit more. So you put that 3 there, and you think, oh, it'll fit that. But by the time you put this corner and pull it out and put that on, it's not. So I'm going to go size up and go for a size 4, just because for me to follow that foot round, that shoe's not going to fit on. I could make that shoe fit, but it wouldn't be the right thing for the horse, and it wouldn't
Give it what it needs, really.
So now, like, if you look down, it looks big, that, doesn't it? Like, it looks like it's going to be too big for it, but you can see where everything's going to get eaten up. And like, obviously with horseshoes, some of them you have marker on the outside, so this is this foot, the horse's front right. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to knock them heels on, pull my branches out, send the toe on, and then I'm more fit. I'm just setting the heel up for later on. I'm not going to try and fit the heel now and get this toe fitted, but yeah, we'll go for them ones.
I'm just refitting Barney's shoe.
Barney doesn't do a lot of work.
Yeah, Barney's got a nice roll toe on. Being an older horse, he just needs that extra little help to walk. With a nice roll toe, it eases break over, so it just makes it smoother for him to walk. Keeps him nice and comfortable, as he's a lovely old man.
And what's breakover, Sam?
Breakover is where the point of your horse's foot, so the toe area, takes off from the floor. Yeah?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So like,
That's
your
the
horse-
simplest terms for
So,
people that are
point of breakover. If you
point of breakover.
So, like, let's say that this is the breakover area around here, whereas when your horse is about to take off the floor.
Show them on the anvil.
Is that how you'd explain breakover, Luke? Breakover is where your horse's foot takes off, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, I explain it like the tip of a shoe.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
You just about like take off.
So this is breakover. When we talk about breakover, see this like shoe there? I'll show you. See how it's like rolled? So when I burn this on Barney's foot now, get it on there, he has like a nice roll toe, which will help. It won't speed it up, right?
But it'll help.
Yeah. Less energy for Barney to walk, because when the shoe, it helps ease breakover. Like now when I put the shoe on the anvil, right, you can see that there's air here. Now, when Barney leans forward with his weight, look, see how its shoe lifts up? Barney doesn't have to use much energy at all to then take off. And that is a normal shoe. This shoe has no breakover, right? So when I put pressure there, nothing, it doesn't move. Now when I put pressure on this shoe, it leans. See on the toe? That is what we do to help our good friend Barney walk easier.
See? Science.
Science.
Your noof, Jack.
I'm not soft.
Oh. You're hard.
So what I'm trying to do with this foot now is very straight, innit? So I'm just looking at how I can improve this foot and make my life a little bit easier fitting the shoe to it. And like another thing I'll do now is look at his coronary band. And if you look at his coronary band, it's hard to see. I'll lift it up. I mean, if you come from the front, from the top of this angle here, you can see like the straightness. See how straight he is here, dead tight here. So that tells me that's his natural foot shape. So like he has lost a little bit of hoof wall here and stuff like that, so you probably get a little bit more roundness to it, but his natural foot shape is that shape. So I'm not going to try and force his foot to go into a shape that isn't for him just because I don't like the shape of that foot. All we can do is improve. I'm just try and make things a little bit easier, so it's like there's a lot of straightness, so just putting a little bit of smoothness into the shape really. So first thing we'll do, send them wheels on. And we'll straighten it out. So on.
He's good, he's Luke. Farrier.
I'm not going to do much more to it now. I'm just going to see how the toe fits. I know my heels aren't 100% there yet, but I've already put that little bit of a kink in him to send him. I think I'm a little bit wide in that inside toe. Just enough to send on a little bit more. But you can already see now, before I put it to, see how much more of a shape it is to that foot. That inside's a bit wide. I'm not cutting the clip in massively. Going all the way around, and then look at the burn. So you see that toe fits. You see how I said I was a little bit wide on that inside there. So all that needs is a knock. But if you look at that, so it's a bit tight here, so it needs a knock out here, knock on, not that heel on. That just needs a knock on. But that burn gives you a lot. That's one of the reasons why we hot shoe, is because it helps us get that shape. Like getting that shape cold has been a pain.
Come on, Barney. Gavin, yeah. Get your shoes on.
Hi Samuel, turning up to Barney here. I'm just the videographer for the day. Just enjoying myself, having a break. You know, just drinking coffee, having sweets. It's just great fun.
Yeah, on the other side of the camera there.
Don't miss me too much.
I am just about to nail that Barney's shoe on. That's the right one.
I've got to do Tom's POVs.
Good boy. Good boy, Barney. He's a good lad. Good lad. So I'm looking to nail these nails up 2/3 of the foot.
How come the higher the nail, the more a chance to brick it?
Because you're deeper. Usually you're deeper. Does that make sense?
No.
So obviously, the higher your nail goes, the deeper you've driven it. Right. Do you understand? So like, when a horseshoe, when a nail goes in, right?
Yeah.
To a foot, it goes up and it bows, doesn't it? To come out. So to get your nails really high, you put more pitch on, so the nail goes deeper and then bows out later as it goes higher. The angle of the nail sort of curving which means it's deeper because you've gone a lot higher. That's why you don't want to constantly tip all your nails on every horse, because nailing really high on some horses will cause lameness because your nails are too deep. Too deep. That's why 2/3 is usually a rule of thumb is safer bet.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tip them on a lot, like, but you could tip them on out Barney, yeah, because he's got really good feet, good hoof walls, but you couldn't really risk like tipping a nail on the thoroughbred because their hoof walls are a lot thinner, so you don't want to be too deep with your nails. Do you know what I mean, Tom?
To the other foot now.
So, bit of vlogging. So right now, I'm following Luke. Luke's gonna fit his other shoe. Burn it on, sorry. Oh yeah.
It's actually a little bit wider. Can you see on this inside here? He's naturally that way. So I think I'm a little bit. I'll have to get another heat on that because the inside's good, the outside's good, but the inside's a little bit broad here, so I'll have to tighten it. You see on the burn here where that straightness is. So that's gonna have to go back in the fire, and that heel's missed. So.
He just needs a nice little gathering up. Trim his little chestnut here. We'll take that off for him. No problem, mate.
Barney had a crack, didn't he, in his foot? How's that?
Do you know what? I couldn't see it then. I'll have to go back to the other.
He had a cavity.
You did,
You did have one, yeah. I think it was nearly gone last time. Is that not that?
I thought it was, but it's not there.
I'll have a look in a minute. Pick it back up.
See, I remember these things.
Good lad, right. This cavity's still there. I'm gonna trim this other chest up, look at that. See that there, that one's just clipping off. It was there, wasn't it? Yeah. It's gone.
Barney's cavity.
It's gone, it's that now.
I have to go back on video.
Yeah.
It worked well, that, didn't it?
Yeah. Good stuff, that.
Yeah. Good lad. Where's my undercut? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Good lad, Barney. Good lad, Barney. Look at him. You can see we've got the sweeties again. It's like, feed me. Good lad. Ah. Back in it.
You just knock him in with the turning hammer?
Yeah, there's another return hammer though we use.
The black handle shaft, black shaft. The black one.
Is it there?
The black one.
Black shaft.
The black shaft.
There's a good lad. Getting a little bit impatient there. Good lad. He says you've had your time. crack on with it. I've got places to go. You were an hour late. Grass to eat, are you?
Stopping in.
Oh, it's bedtime after this.
They've got to do 24 hours in after being injected.
Yeah. All right.
Make sure no muck gets in.
Good lad, Barney. Good lad, Barney. Nearly done.
So, explain it to him.
So we start off right with your nails like that. You know, pull down, snip the ends off. Go on, Barney.
Good boy, Barney.
There. And because he's getting a little bit impatient, I'm just gonna run my rasp underneath him. Create like a little bed for him to sit in. A little groove on my nail. And I'm gonna get my clenching tongs. I'm gonna pull them in. And this is like tiny shoelaces up. Good lad. Good lad, Barney. And then we just lightly go over them, smooth them off. And then we oil him up. Good boy, Barney. And there we go. That's it, finished. Good luck.
Barney's ready.
Boom! Barney's done. Good boy.
Barney's ready for bed.
Barney's ready for bed. He's not allowed in the field because he's got to stay in 24 hours after his hock injections. So, unfortunately for you, no field tonight, mate.
See now with that floor, it's giving that support and that heel he needs. That 3 was just a little bit too small, wasn't it?
Yeah. And why does he need support?
Just with the way his heels are, like his heels are very like underneath. And like his bars were curling a little bit here. So actually, he's just a big horse and he's young still. And he's still developing, so that's all. Notice on his inside here, if you have a look, see how it's a little bit sharper here than this side, makes it a little bit more of a tighter angle. So rather than following the shoe round that sharpness and undercutting, I've tried to give a bit of symmetry to the foot but then give it a bit of a safing off here. So he's even across the toe, he's getting the same amount of support in that area but it's still following the foot at the same time.
And let's have a look now. Come on. Let's have you up. Good girl, Panda, that's it, good lad. Yeah, they're perfect then. Lefty loose, right tighter.
Right tight. It's lefty right tight here, right loose.
I'm not even kidding you, my back's felt so much better.
Has it?
Just gonna nail Panda's front shoes on. We are running out of daylight. The sun is on its way down. Break over. It's a girl. It means the sun red. Is it going red? Like an orangey colour.
I think it's just setting in it. Like you look really brown now. Like
Yeah.
you've gone dead brown. How long have you been doing this yard for?
My whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, where my dad's.
What, when you were apprentice?
Yeah. My dad and yeah, I used to come here with a kid, didn't I, Tracy? I used to come here and shoot, well, play around when I was a young kid, and I worked for my dad here. We've always done this yard, yeah. Good girl, Panda. Got all the shoes on now. Just need clenching up.
I'm actually working now, guys.
Yeah. Tom's hard at work.
I'm actually doing something.
Getting the finishing touch. Are you gonna clench up? Do you want me? I'll do it. I don't mind. Luke's just gonna do the finishing touches on our Panda.
Well, I'll take him out when I see what's
Just trimming up in the dark. The sky's gone really funny.
All done, and we're just beating the sun going down. Brand new, ready to go. Got Luke's finished job. Beautiful. Got some nice support there at the heels. Good cover. Fit to the widest point in your frog. One. Well done, mate. It's good.
Cheers, buddy.
When you're clenching up,
Where are we going?
to make sure all these nails are in the hoof wall, because if they're not, it causes like a bit of a sharp edge,
Like a glossy.
and if they're not in properly, they're not as tight.
That's the only thing, sometimes.
And when it's a back foot like this, the toe wants beveling. You don't want to dress it all off, because if you do that, it weakens the hoof wall. Isn't that true, Samuel? Samuel is very tired. That's why he's just give me a instead of a yes, Thomas. Oh yeah. Ruin my video. Nice.
Right, lovely. That's Panda done.
And finish it off with some
SW Farrier hoof skin. Yeah.
Link in bio.
There we go. This is the finished product. Panda! All sorted.
We'll start selling them out.
Just in time for sundown. It's getting pretty dark here, but yeah. Right guys, that's it. That's the video, all done. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Luke was a big help today. Really good Farrier.
Tom was
alright. Tom was alright.
We're gonna get to 100k by the end of the year.
Yeah, that's it. Right guys. See ya.